The greatest filmmaking tech advancement of 2023 is inside of this 32-bit float. It means your audio will never, ever, ever sound like this again. The other greatest tech advancement, electric rollerblades.
Oh my gosh! With 32-bit float, your audio will never clip or be too quiet. You can be as loud as you want or talk as quiet as you want and adjust it in post. It's not auto gain, it's better than that. You cannot make this clip, not once. Oh, it's insane. Some people take it seriously.
So I was at Sony Camera Camp and I was just hanging out with Gerald Undone. I don't actually know what Gerald's last name is, and Levi Allen, and they started talking about 32-bit float, and I just pretended like I knew what they were talking about. And then they explained that it's kind of like raw video, but for audio. So you can talk as loud as you want or as quiet as you want, and you can just adjust it in post without getting any of that clipping nastiness like we've all had at some point. You've been filming something, an interview or something, and you messed up the audio and you get that really nasty clipping audio, and there's just nothing you can do to fix it. Never again. You will never ever have that with 32-bit float. And you can also talk as quiet as you want. And when you bring it up in post, there should be no noise. Now, of course, if you're bringing up the audio, all of the sounds of the leaves and all of that is going to come up, but no noise is going to appear when you're bringing up the volume on your audio. And of course, you still want to be close to the microphone to get good audio. If, you know, the microphone is far, I can still get that no matter what. Even if I'm whispering, I can still get it. It's just not sounding as good as if I have it close to my face.
So why do I think this is such a big deal? Well, we all know that audio is so important, and we've all messed up our audio at some point. And usually it's because we're not monitoring or checking our gain levels properly. And usually it's because we get nasty clipping. Ugh. So the real question is, is it like actually possible to make a clip? And from what I've been told is, you could make essentially the microphone clip. Physically, the microphone cannot handle that amount of sound, that amount of loudness, decibels, whatever you want to call it. But the 32-bit float will not fail. And the audio gods, they told me that that would be like the equivalent of like a fighter jet or something like that. So loud. Oh, and it's not like some weird proprietary codec or something that you have to deal with. It works perfectly fine in all the editing programs, super easy to use. And you just normalize or change it manually, the audio levels to whatever you need it to be. So I guess the question is, what's the catch? There's gotta be a catch. Well, the St electric rollerblades, they're really fun and fast, but of course, because there's motors and batteries in here, they are a little bit heavy. So, you meant the 32-bit float, right? So what's the downside? Well, there isn't really a downside except for the fact that most cameras cannot take 32-bit float right now. So I can record 32-bit float into this little recorder here, but as soon as I put that into the camera, I don't have 32-bit float anymore. So then I have to sync files and all that stuff. That's really the only downside right now, is that not every camera, not every recorder has 32-bit float. But that's it. It's just all win. And I've been trying to understand this. Like, there's got to be a catch. There's got to be something. And it's just too good to be true, yet it is true. No more blowing out. No more nasty audio. Just perfect audio every single time. 32-bit float. I can't wait for every single camera to have this. I bet you in 2024, every camera all of a sudden it's going to be 32-bit float, 32-bit float. Every audio recorder is definitely going to 32-bit float because it didn't even seem to increase the size or anything like that. So yeah, it's just all win. Full transparency, when I first put these rollerblades on, I thought that these are not very good. Not a good idea. Now that I've been cruising in them a little bit, man, I'm really starting to just enjoy this. This is actually really fun. Woo! They are a little hard to ride at first, but man, once you get the hang of it, this is so sweet. Just cruise around. Yonge, thank you for making my childhood dreams come true. I never thought I'd have actual motorized rollerblades. This is literally stuff I dreamed of as a kid. Currently, my two favorite audio recorders with 32-bit float are the Zoom F3 and the Rode Wireless Pro.
This one's really nice because you can just attach like any shotgun mic or whatever to it. Any mic, doesn't matter. And you get the benefit of that 32-bit float. So I could imagine putting this on like a documentary camera and it'd be perfect. You'll never ever have to monitor your audio levels or adjust gains or anything like that. You can go from loud noises to very quiet and just fix it in post.
But I find myself using the Rode Wireless Pro all the time because I can send a feed to the camera. That one's not 32-bit float. But then I can also record on here as kind of like a backup, a 32 float file. So if my audio is really bad, then I could use the 32-bit float. Most of the time, I don't even have to, but it's just a really nice redundancy. And again, you never have to, I can't like stress this enough, never having to adjust gain levels or audio levels is so nice because most of us just aren't that good at doing audio and we kind of hate it and we kind of mess it up all the time. Now it should be perfect basically every single time. So 32-bit float, it is the best tech advancement in filmmaking for 2023 in my opinion, by far. And if you think otherwise, I'll fight you.